What up, people? Coach V, New Breed Boxing. Your first couple of sparring sessions. Here's a couple of tips to make them a little bit easier, a little less stressful, and much more beneficial. The whole purpose of sparring is to learn how to improve your skills and to identify your weaknesses and eliminate them. So there's a couple of things that will make your life a lot easier beforehand that'll just make that transition from the floor to the ring a little smoother because everybody looks good on the bags. Everybody puts their little Instagram videos up and punching the bags and the mitts and all that. That's cool. But when the shots are coming back at you, it's not so easy to look pretty. So to make that, like I said, a little more easier, there's a couple things you want to do. Number one, make sure you have good gear and make sure the gear fits you good. Most people wait until their first sparring session to put on somebody else's gear usually that don't even fit them right. And now all of a sudden you got these big ass gloves, this oversized headgear, maybe a tight ass cup, standing there looking mad crazy. And then these big ass mouthpieces that people keep getting, I think from Models or whatever, these double sided mouthpieces, looking like a squirrel had a bunch of nuts in your mouth. Pause. Don't do that. Get yourself good equipment. Go to the dentist. Get a real mouthpiece. When you got a real mouthpiece that's molded for you, it pops right in. You can breathe better. It's just overall, just your jaw's more secure. You can take shots better, and you won't get as tired because when you got a big, oversized mouthpiece, you can't breathe right, and you're gonna get tired just off of that, and it's just gonna cause all these other, insecurities in most people. So get a really good mouthpiece made by the dentist. Your headgear, make sure your headgear is snug. Don't share your equipment. Don't share your sparring equipment with people. I highly recommend just making sure you got your own stuff. Don't be using the community gear from the gym. It's probably infested with all kinds of bacteria and germs anyway. So get your own gear. Make sure it fits you good, nice and tight. It shouldn't be loose. When you get hit, your headgear shouldn't be spinning around and blinding you. Okay. Your cup, make sure you have a nice cup that protects you well, but also doesn't limit your mobility because a lot of people have these cups that don't fit them good, and they just it kills their footwork. And all this extra equipment, the big headgear, the big cup, the big mouthpiece, all this stuff, it's very taxing on your body. It just makes you tired quicker, and it just kills your performance. Okay, so shop around, get yourself good quality gear, and also take care of your gear. Don't just throw it around. Clean it when it's done, disinfect it. You know what I mean? So this way it's not, a biological hazard. Next time you put it on, you smell like a freaking locker room. Okay. Another thing you want to do is to record all of your sparring sessions. Record your sparring sessions. Why? Because afterwards you want to do the Madden replay. You want to watch your sparring sessions immediately afterwards while your heart is still racing. You should, while you're all caught up in the moment, because depending on how the sparring session goes, the majority of people are completely unaware of what the hell just took place. They just know they were in a fight, basically, and that's not beneficial. When you watch the video afterwards, it's normally going to be a lot different than what you expected. Usually you'll start seeing all kinds of mistakes that you didn't even know you were making. Watch the video in slow motion, pause it, zoom in on where, every time you get hit in the video, you should slow it down, watch it in slow motion, and pause it right at the moment when you're getting hit. Look at where your hands are. Are your hands where they're supposed to be? Probably not if you're getting hit. So you want to make sure that you analyze these videos and go over them with your coach. You and your coach should be watching your sparring session videos right after your session. What I like doing in the gym with my guys, I throw it up on the Chromecast on the TV, and because there's too many guys, so we'll be sitting there doing abs in the ring, watching the sparring session on the we'll do like a 10-minute ab session, watching the sparring session up on the TV, and everybody, they're all learning, they're poking fun at each other a little bit, having fun with it, but at the same time, they're also pointing out each other's mistakes, constructive criticism, helping each other out. So that's just something that you want to definitely make sure you do to all your sparring sessions. One more thing I'm gonna mention. Please don't edit out the parts of the video where you was getting your ass kicked and then put up a few highlights of you whooping somebody out or landing a little two-piece on them. Don't do that, please. You guys got to stop with all this putting everything you do on Instagram and stuff like that. That's just a side note. It's not good class to be trying to make highlight reels out of your sparring partners. And the truth of the matter is, if you're in a good gym, you shouldn't be having to, prove anything to anybody. It shouldn't be a stressful situation. It should be a good learning experience where you get the most out of your training, and then you're just identifying your mistakes and little by little eliminating them, because boxing's about who makes the least mistakes. And that's the main objective. Eliminate your mistakes, get in the best shape of your life, learn how to deal with different kind of opponents. And, it's just some basic stuff. I'll go into more detail in some upcoming videos. If you got any questions or anything else you want me to go over, drop it in the comments. Go check out my Instagram, coach.v_. Till the next time, we out. Out.